let me go straight across to Dr. Ranganathan. I also want to bring in today the advocate of the Supreme Court, Vishnu Shankar Jain, who has fought this battle single-handedly, Tehseen Poonawalla. Let's get them into this conversation first. Now, Tehseen Poonawalla, let me begin by asking you a direct question. What's holding the Congress back? Bharat's Ram, can it not be India Alliance's own idol? What's the issue? I mean, you talk about the fact that, look, we revere Ram, he lives inside our hearts, and then you question his existence. At another level, you say that this is a RSS BJP function when we all know it isn't. We all know that this is a function that has been organized by the Tirth Kshetra Trust set up by the Supreme Court. What's the issue?
Jai Siya Ram, Rahul, thank you for having me on the show, and good evening to all my fellow panelists and to all my viewers. Three things that you've raised. Number one, about the function. This function, it's not the Congress party or the opposition. It's the holy Shankaracharyas, all four of them in unison. Yes, to have put a statement, but all four in unison have said, and I quote, that if Prime Minister Modi will touch the Ram idol and will be handling it, what are they supposed to do? Only stand aside? And they have all said, and they still stand by that stand, that the Ram Mandir is not complete. And all of us here are not equivalent to speak about the Shastras as much as they are. So I think the Shankaracharyas have put the case forward. This has nothing to do with the opposition or mere mortals like you and I. The second part of your statement about the affidavit of the Congress party, which is actually the affidavit of the government of India on the existence of Lord Ram with regards to the Ram Setu. May I put it to your viewers right now, and I would like that I'm fact-checked on this, the present union government on that affidavit, because it was withdrawn in 2007, that affidavit, on the Ram Setu issue, the present union government, when Subramaniam Swami's moved to court, that it should be declared a national heritage, the present union government still does not take a stand. Dr. Jitendra Singh in Rajya Sabha says, and I quote him, that satellites don't confirm anything. This is about the Ram Setu. And Chief Justice Chandrachud has repeatedly asked the union government, what is your stand on Ram Setu? They refuse to take a stand. This is along with the fact that Mahesh Sharma ji, I'm quoting CNN News 18, has said in Parliament when the Honorable Prime Minister was sitting that there is no evidence of Ma Sita being born, and the temple for Ma Sita's birthplace, the present union government has given as much money for the temples as the Honorable Prime Minister's press conferences. Zero. This is the BJP's hypocrisy and duplicity, which leads to the third part of your question. The opposition is not boycotting it. They are merely following what the holy Shankaracharyas have said. And I once again repeat, I have a lot of respect, for example, Vishnu Jain ji. He's fighting a just cause, a cultural cause, and I respect that. But none of us here are equipped to talk about Shastras except for them. They are the only people to talk about Shastras. This is the highest body.
Can I ask you a counter question very quickly? Please, do you believe Shankaracharya should play any political role in our polity, sir?
I believe politics and religion should be kept aside.
Kept aside. You heard that now, viewers. You heard very clearly our friend, Mr. Poonawalla, saying that Shankaracharyas should not indulge in politics.
And they aren't.
One second. Two of these Shankaracharyas, viewers, I don't know if Tehseen has done his research today, because it's easy
I started with
copy and paste Congress propaganda. But let me tell you, viewers, two of these Shankaracharyas jumped into the political fray, my dear friends, in 2014. Saying that they will not support Modi when he contests from Varanasi.
One second.
Yes, I'm not asking you a clarification.
To answer that because
one second. I haven't finished. Let me put the facts out. Tehseen, you never let me finish. I'm just putting my facts there. One of them got so outraged because he was asked a question about Modi that he slapped the reporter, black and blue. And this happened very recently, viewers. Let me also tell you, if you believe that Shankaracharya's words are gospel, then can I ask you, sir, when the Shankaracharya got very upset with the Congress party for not accepting his formula for the resolution of the Ram Mandir, was the Shankaracharya right when he accused you of being an obstacle to the resolution of the Ram Masjid dispute? Yes or no?
Okay, so it cannot be answered yes or no, but may I please answer the first part and then answer the second part? But I would like to answer both of those. I'm going to take them both head on.
Right.
To the first part of your question, yes, the Shankaracharya, the holy Shankaracharyas were upset, partly because of a slogan that was coined about the Honorable Prime Minister, Harar Modi, which only goes with Bhagwan Shiv. And therefore, like I said, Bhagwan Shiva are Aradhya, and therefore they were justfully accepted. To the half part of the second question about politics and religion, no, I don't think whether it's Shankaracharya or Prime Minister Vajpayee going to the Jama Masjid Imam asking, please vote for BJP, Prime Minister going to Jama Masjid is unacceptable. But the third part of your question, where I'd like to end, may I just tell your viewers why, Rahul, that in 1992, when the disputed structure was broken,
Right.
the Congress government in a minority got in an ordinance to pass in Parliament for the Ram temple, for a grand Ram temple to be built as per the 89 manifesto of the Congress party at the very site where Lord Ram was born.
Yeah.
And next to that, a mosque.
Yeah.
Bhandari ji, the vice president of the BJP, stands up in Parliament and says, no, Ram temple will be constructed by court, not by Parliament.
Well, let me
If
also
our
tell
Lord
you,
Ram, our
Tehseen
Aradhya, has
Poonawala,
been in the
let me
tent
also tell
since
you,
1992,
because
it's because of the BJP.
No, one second. Let me also very quickly tell you, Tehseen Poonawala, that the P.V. Narasimha Rao government was actually contemplating passing an ordinance securing the right for the rebuilding of the Babri Masjid on that spot.
Yes, that's true.
Not that,
That's
not that.
true,
One
but-
second. Not that I am in any way validating the destruction of the of the Babri Masjid. But viewers, that all aside,
But that's next
two
door, right? The
Shankaracharyas,
temple had
two
to come up.
Shankaracharyas have come out and said that the statements being attributed to them are fake news, and they are right there, viewers. Two Shankaracharyas of Dwarka and Sringeri Mutt have already come out and called the reports fake. So, on this particular issue, viewers, they're already on thin ice. Dr. Ranganathan.
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. No, I think I'm not going to miss any words because I think we've had enough of this. The Congress declining the invitation to attend the Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Janambhoomi temple, the new Ram temple, is entirely in keeping with the Congress's psyche of being anti-Hindu and anti-Bharat civilization. I'm not going to mince my words because I will prove it with facts. Number one, on the Congress saying that the religion is a personal matter. Yeah, sure. Overturning the Shah Bano judgment to appease Muslims at the cost of a poor widow who was thrown onto the streets is a personal matter. Giving hundreds of crores to set up exclusively Christian development corporations, organizing iftar parties for decades, providing Hajj subsidy for decades, exclusively controlling 34,558 temples, disbursing monthly salaries to imams for decades, celebrating Teresa's sainthood, was all a personal matter, right? How shamelessly hypocritical can one be? In fact, Miss Sonia Gandhi had written to the Pope saying she would have loved to, but she cannot attend the canonization of Teresa, but is actually sending emissaries representing Congress and the government. So much for personal matter. Number two, and this is more painful, but these are all facts, on the Congress saying that the Pran Pratishtha has been turned political. Well, it is the duty of the state to organize this event. The state, in my opinion, hasn't gone far enough because the state exclusively controls more than 100,000 Hindu temples, their land, their revenue. It gets billions from these temples. It is spending a minute fraction of what it gets exclusively from Hindus. But then to understand this Congress psyche, Rahul, you have to go back not just a few decades, but to 1951. At the consecration of Somnath itself, that was rebuilt after centuries of repeated demolition and destruction by invaders. Patel wanted to celebrate it, but Nehru feared what he called and phrased Hindu revivalism, restoring an ancient monument, a place of immense veneration, which had been repeatedly obliterated, was, according to Nehru, an act of Hindu revivalism. Munshi, the cabinet minister in charge, was incensed. Yesterday you referred to Hindu revivalism, he wrote to him. It is my faith in the past which has given me the strength to work in the present and to look forward to our future. I cannot value freedom if it deprives us of the Bhagavad Gita or uproots our millions from the faith with which they look upon our temples and thereby destroys the texture of our lives. This shrine, this Somnath shrine, once restored to a place of importance in our life, will give to our people a purer conception of religion and a more vivid consciousness of our strength, which is so vital, unquote. Nehru was not moved. He in fact demanded that the president should not attend the Somnath consecration. President Rajendra Prasad ignored Nehru and Ranganathan anyway. Finally, and Vishnuji is here. He will corroborate. Congress leaders were part of the fraudulent Krishna Janambhoomi Sansthan that gave away part of the Mathura Krishna Janambhoomi to the Eidgah party without possessing the property papers. And for the next 50 years, the same Congress maintained then that the Eidgah has a legitimate right to be present over the Krishna Janambhoomi. It is the Congress finally, Rahul, that brought in the Draconian Places of Worship Act, denying Hindus their civilizational right to correct historical injustices. So I'll tell you, who is anti-civilizational? It is the Congress, and that is why it is entirely in keep. I congratulate Congress for keeping its word.